You can fly a rainbow, you can sail the sun, you can visit every star and wish on everyone. Every road that you are traveling tells both you and me. You have to look inside so you can set your spirit free. 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 Set your spirit free.
Hello and welcome to our new 52-episode series of Free Spirit. Today we come to you from Bishop's Grace in Bishop's Court. We begin our new adventure into our weekly journey of mind, body and spirit with Dr. Jon Kabat-Zinn, who's been teaching, researching and enjoying the benefits of integrating mindfulness and meditation with mainstream medicine for the past 40 years. He's world-renowned for his groundbreaking work, using meditation to address conditions of stress, addiction and disease. We were privileged enough to have Dr. Jon Kabat-Zinn as a guest, sharing his experience and wisdom with us when he visited Cape Town. Dr. Jon Kabat-Zinn, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us here on Free Talk today.
It's my pleasure, Natalie, and my pleasure to be in South Africa, actually.
Now, you've spent several decades working in the field of mindfulness and meditation, and your books and your guided meditation programs have helped thousands of people make mindfulness meditation practice a way of life. Can you explain to us exactly what mindfulness meditation is?
Yes, and let me start out right at the beginning to say that those decades of work that I've been doing are with a wonderful group of colleagues at the University of Massachusetts Medical Center. So it's not just about mindfulness and meditation, but mindfulness and meditation brought into the mainstream of medicine. So it's not some airy-fairy thing about meditation out there in the abstract, but something that 30 years of scientific and clinical studies have demonstrated is tremendously powerful for regular people just like you and just like me. So that said, mindfulness is the awareness that arises from paying attention on purpose, in the present moment, and non-judgmentally. And non-judgmentally is the hardest part of it because we've got ideas and opinions about virtually everything. And so to cultivate mindfulness requires, in some sense, stepping back and embracing yourself as you are without trying to fix or change anything. That turns out to be easy to say and not so easy to do. So that's why mindfulness-based stress reduction clinics take the form of an 8-week-long course that are designed to teach people over time how to drop into this deep inner capacity that we all have, but most of the time ignore because we're too busy thinking about this and that and everything else. And so there's a certain kind of work that has to happen, and it's like lifting weights. You're working against your own inertia, your own resistance of the mind. It doesn't want to stay on any one thing. It wants to fantasize. It wants to worry. And so there's, as I said, an element of work associated with it, but I prefer to call it play, or actually prefer to think of it as a love affair with what's possible.
From 1979 to 2002, your work focused mainly on mind-body interactions for healing and also the use of mindfulness meditation practice for working with patients coping with chronic diseases. How does that research today and the conclusions of that research benefit people who are struggling or dealing with chronic and terminal illnesses?
Very often when you have a chronic pain condition, you go to the doctor. The doctor will ultimately say, well, you're going to have to learn to live with this because we can't, like, cut out the part of your brain that has this pain. So that's not a helpless or hopeless point. That's, in some sense, a new beginning. Okay, is there some way I can relate to my own body, to my own mind, to my own emotions in a way that cultivates a certain amount of self-compassion and also wisdom, and where these meditative strategies actually introduce a certain kind of adventure into our lives, where instead of fighting with our pain, we learn to listen to it, to befriend it, to actually rest in an awareness that isn't caught up in the pain, and your relationship with the pain will change so that it's not eroding the quality of your life so much, and people find they get more flexible, they get stronger, they are more able to carry their babies, to shop and carry their groceries, those kinds of things that they never thought they could do and wanted some doctor to fix them so that they would be the way they discover they can be through these self-regulatory meditative practices.
Now, you've done quite a bit of work on the effects of mindfulness meditation practice on the immune system. What advice do you have for people living with HIV?
I did one study looking at the effects of training in mindfulness in a high-tech work environment. And we looked at not only the immune system, but we also looked at changes in the brain as a result of this meditation practice. And what we found was that there were definite shifts in the brain in regions of the prefrontal cortex.